Transmitting live from the Asylum Studios, deep in the bowels of Southwest Texas. It's the Joe Rooz Show. The show where we talk about anything and everything. Where nothing is sacred, nothing is watered down, and nothing is PC.
All right. Hey, folks, this is Joe Rooz. It is 19:06 hours on Wednesday, the 24th of September, 2025. And it is great to be with you once again from the Pimple on the backside of Texas, the beautiful city of Eagle Pass. And we are going to do the very best we can to bring you the best quality talk radio we can muster without all the bluster. Welcome to the Joe Rooz Show. Folks, it is Wednesday for sure. Feels like a Monday, but it's a Wednesday. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good week so far. Hope you guys are able to catch yesterday's show with Svetlana Rilkov of Ezra Healing. Really, really good show. Covered a lot of ground. Talked a lot about your mental health on yesterday's show. So that's really important. So folks, you need to check it out if you haven't already done so. And we got somebody important here waiting in the wings for us. We got our executive producer, Wayne Rankin, is waiting. We're going to bring him in here momentarily. As always, first we have some housekeeping to do and such. So, but before we even get into all that stuff, so folks, I just wanted to let you know tomorrow, I will be on two shows. I'll be interviewed tomorrow. I think they're recorded. I don't think they're live shows, so I'll let you know when they'll be available. So I'm kind of excited about that because this is the first time that I've been asked to be a guest on a show. So I'm kind of excited about that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'll let you guys know more about that as before the show gets released and whatnot. So we'll talk more about that. But I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. You might know the host, one of the hosts anyway, is Pete Turner, somebody that we had as a guest on the show a couple of weeks ago. Great guy, great guest. Really enjoyed our talk. So he invited me on a show. We're going to do that. And so looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. And then that's it. And then no show tomorrow night as usual. Our Thursday night's off, and then on Friday we're back. Another show, another night. So looking forward to it. All right, folks. So let's do some of the housekeeping stuffs. So if you would head over to our website, joerooz.com, joerooz.com. When you get over there, open up the web form. Send us over any questions, comments, cares, or concerns that you might have, any issues you might have, any complaints. Any suggestions if there's a particular guest or a subject you'd like us to cover, let us know what you're thinking, and we'll do the very best we can to bring that to you. All right. Also, if you don't want to use the web form, you can always email me directly at info@joerooz.com. That's info@joerooz.com. Or you can drop a comment somewhere down below over there. It's always good to do that. And hopefully we'll get some good suggestions. We're looking forward to that. All right. Also, want you to also check out the support page. All right. The support page is very important to us. If you could help us out with a donation, any amount, we'd appreciate that. Or if you want to help us out with some of our producer tiers, you can do that as well. All you need to do is just hit the support button. Everything is laid out there for you. 1, 2, 3. And if you have the means to do it, remember, this is a value for value show. So if all that simply means is that if you're getting anything of value from what we're doing here, all we're asking is that you return that value to us in the form of a donation. Now, that could be your time, your talent, your treasure. It could be any number of ways you can go about doing it. It's all there on the support page. And of course, as usual, we'll talk about more about that as we wrap up the show in just a little bit. All right. Now, folks, also want to tell you about Ezra Healing. Ezra Healing is a substantial part of the new wellness paradigm currently being born in North America and around the globe. The global citizenry are no longer satisfied with the sick care version of so-called healthcare. Band-Aid medicine, endlessly treating symptoms rather than root causes, must be abandoned as soon as possible. Patient-centric care must be the priority. We need to transition towards the do no harm model of healthcare, private care, that places humanity at the forefront of real health and wellness. In this new model, your entire lifestyle is examined and analyzed to promote and support the totality of your body's integrated systems. Ezra Healing is a solutions-based health promotion and disease prevention movement that is always evolving to best serve you and your family. Now, for more information, just head over to EzraHealing.com. That's EzraHealing.com. And when you get over there, make sure you let them know that you heard it here on the Joe Rooz Show. All right. So that is taken care of. Bills are paid. And let's see. Our good friend Wayne Rankin is going to be joining us here momentarily. There he is. Hello, my friend. How are you, sir?
Got my new camera.
I see.
I look a little pink, though, I think.
You do. You got to change your hues and settings and all that stuff.
Hues, settings. I thought you just plugged it in.
Yeah, plug and play. Well, no, some of them are plug and play, but
yeah.
Sometimes you got to fix things. It's all right. It's all good.
If you did one of those movie things that says 5 years earlier or whatever, if you did this 30 minutes earlier, I was out in the pasture on the farm loading stuff, looking at my phone. It's like I literally made the dash here to get to the spot right here, get the electronics going, get the all the tech done and everything, and going. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to work this here myself. There we go, a lot better. So the thing on a farm when September comes, by October 1st, it's like, do I have all the wood in? No. Do I have all this done? Not yet. And I'm dealing with MRIs and all this stuff from my crash, but it's like, I've been a madman. I went out yesterday and I didn't stop. I tore it up. I've got a quarter wood split with a maul, I have a wood splitter, but I was like, I needed some therapy. So I put on the headphones and turned on some loud stuff. And I turned on some Bible teachings. And I was just whacking away at the splitting maul. I got a cord done. 65 years old, man. I rock and rolled, got a cord of wood. Sweat was flying, wood chips are flying, and my wife come home and she was pretty impressed, of all the stuff I got done, but I have to because I lost a month. I was a spectator looking at my place. Everything was growing up and this and this. So I did about a week's worth in a day and a half. And so I was out today and I heard this, it's 4:30. So a lot of stuff going on. It's like, I haven't been on, I'm kind of taking a little off the phone a little bit, Joe, just kind of tapping out from some things. This stuff I'm dealing here with my injuries and some other things I'm trying to get lined up. And I'll just say it, between lawyers, insurance companies, and blah, 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 all that stuff, legality things. It's not my favorite, nobody's favorite thing. So I'm trying to get my logistics done, but we have big news, big news. Behind me here, I got the frame done for the green screen. I got my 1600 backgrounds from big films. There's some cool looking backgrounds. I've got the wardrobe all set, and she's ready to go. She just had to get.
I was kind of expecting you to come on with the green screen already set up with some kind of a some kind of a background already.
Yeah, it's by Saturday, she says, and she'll be taping this weekend.
All right.
I mean, like I said, I'm not a lame excuse guy, and I own up. Joe says own up to it. The crash, it just, like I said, it took a lot of. I was down for 2 weeks, but yeah. But she's like, she's got a little motivation, and we got these things done on the farm. Got the cow in, got the beef in, got the chickens done. I'm serious, man. Chickens are slaughtered. The beef's in there. I got salmon put in there, caught fish. The deer's processed. This is a different life. Mrs. Ezra Healing, I'd like to talk to her, man.
And that's great, though. The fact that you actually can live and sustain yourself on your own land, that's huge.
You know, when they said about COVID, you can't leave your driveway. Those guys would be skeletons out there for whatever FEMA. I'd be like, man, I got to lose 10 more pounds, you know? So, no, I'm serious. There goes some birds, you know? Let's cook them up.
So what's up first for you guys when you get started here?
Okay, we're going to put all of the green screen together. And this is, I talked to, she's tech savvy. She said it. Let's get this done, the green screen, and get the it's called Big Films. It's a company that has all these, like the Star Wars thing we're going to be working on, some cool stuff. It's got deserts, this. I haven't found one like for like a colonial. There's a couple battlefields. Okay, so the things that I have for the project I'm working on, it's covered a bunch of different backgrounds. She's got a son who's Mr. Microsoft guy. He said, Mom, tell me what you need. I'll walk you through it. That's a big thing. Once we get the green screen tech into this place, my brain's going to open up. I got all this stuff. I got, like I said, when they make movies, little cards, whatever they call, like different cards for scenes and stuff like that. I'm going to have it on I got a cork board to my side over here and a whiteboard. So the talent can read and feel comfortable. There's a couple heavy hitting things we're going to do on what's going on. And here's the best part, Joe. You look at her, and she's talking about the First Amendment. It's neutral. Even if you're the left is far away out there, maybe someone might get ticked because she's too nice looking for being a colonial person. But the message is like, is it ambiguous? What's the word? Ambiguous. Neither side can own it. Do you know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to own this. The leftists of the leftists go, she's right. The right will go, she's right. Because it's our amendments. It's our Bill of Rights. Done in a form where the voice of pretty much borrowed from heaven, man. She's got the voice. And she's going to work on your stuff. Some of the Joe Rooz, she's got a couple good ideas to get this going. And she says, that would be great instead of music playing. You know, Joe will be here, and she's got some promos she's working on. And to throw that to you, get your approval as executive producers. We got some things we're writing down and really good. And we're ourselves working on our one project with the truckers. I just can't say I've been into what's going on in the world right now. A lot of stuff, a lot of things that happen in our country. And I tell people, don't predict anything. Just don't predict. Oh, the rapture didn't happen yesterday, by the way. Every year, let me fill you in. The Feast of Trumpets, because I have family members. My late wife was a Jewish person. She tells these guys who believe in Jesus, she goes, settle down. It's not going to happen the way, because these Gentile people don't understand that, Christianity is an ancient Middle Eastern Jerusalem-based Jewish faith. And they get these guys out there selling stuff too. Sell, buy my book, buy my CD on the rapture will happen between the 20th, because they've got this genre or the trumpets. And yes, Rosh Hashanah, it is called, it's so many days. We don't know the day or the hour, they say. And which trump is it? I just keep going. So for years, for like 20 years, she'd say, I'll bet your deed to your house. I'll bet your car. For my car, I'll bet you my house versus your house. Nobody would take these bets on, because my walk, besides, the cross and the shed of the blood and repent. And I'm talking about repenting lately. This country has to repent. Occupy till he comes. And so off the camera stuff we're doing, me and Rosanna, is we're in actually getting this truckers thing done and to pass out the gospel to thousands of truckers. And so that's our project. And in fact, Monday we have our first big meeting where we put a taco bar up and start making cookies and the cards and everything and putting the gospel tracks together. But I mean, it's pretty easy to occupy till you're done. And I'm in an age bracket now. I'm in the boomer bracket from 46 to 64. I'm 61. And I'm trying to shake some of my buddies out. I got a question for Joe Rooz. How do you do nothing? No, come on. The wise Oz, the wise and mysterious Oz. Tell me, how do you do nothing? I had to run in here, trip over stuff. Look,
I don't think there is a way to do nothing. Because even if you're doing nothing, you're doing something.
No, I got some guys that are close to it. Pretty close. They don't leave the living room all day. I don't care. Looking at how many hundreds of messages sending. I guess but I mean nothing in the sense of leaving the house. And actually, I heard a motivational one just growing, and like Brady, I heard a thing with Tom Brady going back. He says, I'm not a prodigy. I had the best arm. I didn't have the bestest leg, and everything. He says, but I pushed myself. I got to practices early. I stayed in high school, and then when he got to Michigan. So what I'm thinking, Joe, is we're going to go into full gear by next week. It's been a lot of work to get to this. It's the work, the farm, and my Frankenstein body. They're trying to put my parts back together again. So.
All right. Well, let's kind of plan this thing out here for you.
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna have your soft launch is next week. All right.
Yes.
That's good.
Soft launch, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So where are people going to be able to see this?
Okay. Here's part 2.
Go for it.
So she's talking to Son, who's a computer programmer extraordinaire, and we've come up with a name, RosannaLee.com. That's her first and middle name. She wants to shy away from using her last name, just because.
Which is fine. But
yeah,
have you checked to see if that domain is available yet?
Well, see, yeah, and she's pretty good at this. But with one ear with the Son, I mean, this guy can go on her computer from wherever he's at. He says, "Mom, you want a website? We'll get it done." Just he likes Mom a lot, and she is tech savvy. Like I said, her son's a Microsoft programmer. He goes, "My mom's brilliant. She helped me become who I am." I go, "I like that," and she is. So her plan is to get her website, RosannaLee.com, the project we're working on there. Here's the links for the project, and here's her business she does. And
is it LEE or LEI?
I said they're going to love me down south.
Let's see. All right, so I'm looking on a domain hosting site. Let's see if it's available here. You want me to do this now, or you want?
Please, no. I mean, just let the.
All right,
let's get everybody going here. Me, not tech savvy.
All right.
I can put a toilet in though.
RosannaLee.com is taken.
Okay. We'll figure something else out.
There are options though. You can do.
Oh yeah, we got a few more.
You could do a .net. You could do.
Well, how's it spelled?
ROSANNA. Lee LE.
Is there ROSEANNA?
Is that how she spells it? ROSE.
Well, can I tell you something? When we first started to begin friendly, that's how I spelled it. So she says, I kind of like that. It's our thing, okay?
Okay.
Maybe it's there, maybe it isn't.
It is taken. Believe it or not.
You know what? Where's the dartboard at? Well, we got some. So we'll go with this thing. We'll figure something out, okay?
Oh man, that sucks.
So okay, Rosanna Lee Rankin, is that taken? She might
let's
have
try.
she might have to stick with the last name.
My computer is a little slow at the moment. Sorry.
Yeah.
And it is available. Yes.
There we go.
See, you're good with the last name because usually most of the time when you put a last name on a website or a domain, it comes up like pretty well. Like
right.
I have joerusciello.com and then I have joerooz.com. So that tends to work.
Well, you know what? She'll make the final call of that. So I said,
Yes,
but if it was Rosanna Lee, I go, these kids in their history. Well, why is that down south? Robert E. Lee.
All right.
Joe.
So next question for you. Next question for you.
Yeah.
Are you going to be on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, any place?
We want to do some YouTube because she's got a lot of cool things on YouTube she wants to do, and she's a world-class baker too. And my friend in Michigan, who's an advertising marketing guy, he wants to help her with this. Free, Joe, when you get free professional marketing and advertising, and he's interested in helping the show too.
Okay.
And so he said, let's help the show. Let's help Rosanna, then to help the show. And it goes both ways. Helping Rosanna will help the show because Joe will be on that link too. Or be on, your link will be on there. And I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm saying, here's Joe's.
We'll be connected somehow.
Right, exactly. And my friend Martin there, like I said, he's a mechanical engineer or architect, or whatever. He goes, whatever you need, whatever Rosanna needs, I'll help you with. And so, so that she's got her videos she's going to do for her cooking show. And I know everybody's got cooking shows, but she cooked with some of the greats down in Texas, down in this place called the Mansion on Turtle Creek, north of Dallas. I mean, she cooked with Emeril Lagasse and all the big names. They had a big, huge celebrity chef cook-off, and she was his sous chef. She cooked for Jerry Jones, and Aerosmith started in there, and Haley would stop at this place. They'd shut it down. So she was the lead chef for those celebrities. So she's got some good stories, and she's got some great recipes, and she's kind on the eyes. And everybody's saying, why don't you do these shows? And some of her stuff is incredible, the cakes and stuff she does. So that's just like her own passion. And we have a couple other things we want to do. And I'm trying to work on my show in Israel. I got my friend in Israel to set up a kind of a weekly, what's really going on, what's happening there, and without the muster, without the bluster. Okay. And that's a good statement, without the bluster there, because everybody's got an opinion on that thing there. And so it'd be nice to have a American-born Gentile man who lives there, and his son's in the military. His two sons one's in the military, one's coming in. So a lot of those things. Political. How many podcasts are there with that right now?
Plenty.
There's
over 4 million podcasts out there. So pretty much every subject you can possibly imagine has some kind of a podcast for it. But what makes the podcast stand out is the content. So you work on your content,
right?
Listen, I am no expert on this, as you know. I am still feeling my way through it myself. But I have like I said, I do have a background on radio and TV and some drama, and I have my own TV show. And I'm not saying I'm a visionary, but I got some really good ideas, and my friends have all said this. Yeah, you were if I remember correctly, you were like Alex Jones before Alex Jones was Alex Jones
in the 90s. My late wife had a show called Electric Kiku. She interviewed a guy who lived with Bigfoot in the Florida swamps, but she interviewed guys like they say on what you would say. Yeah, I mean, like not in the same cave, but lived like Bigfoot was his neighbor. But I'm out of that busting the chops. So I really was. I won't say disciple. I don't like using that word, but I will say he influenced me was Art Bell. Art Bell, I love voices, and Art Bell has a great one. And like I said, Keith Jackson, I always loved him as a calling a ball game. But she would have guys on there from all sorts of walks of life, and the UFO stuff that sounded kooky isn't sounding so kooky now. There's a lot of stuff happening in the UFOlogy. I didn't even know what Foo Fighters meant.
No.
For a long time ago, Foo Fighters. Till the band came out. Foo Fighters. No, okay. What version? Okay, what's it mean then?
All right,
I thought Foo. Okay, I was told Foo Fighters were guys who. Okay, go.
Okay. So, Foo Fighters was a term that was coined during World War II, because pilots were, when they were on bombing runs into Germany and such, they were encountering these anomalies, these lights that would trail them and follow them, and they would kind of zip past them and whatnot. And so they came up with that term of Foo Fighter. Okay. So that's where it comes from. But that's good.
It's a band, man. It's a band from Seattle.
We could. I was going to say that too. Yeah, that's the offshoot of Kurt Cobain's band.
Yeah, right. He's just a local guy here.
Yeah.
But
Nirvana. I
Nirvana.
believe I forgot that name, Nirvana.
Yeah. But isn't how going back, and I have her cassette tapes and going through some of these archives, and the people, even Art Bell, like I said, he just started as a ham radio guy, which I am. Some of the guys that he interviewed, like I said, she was almost there, predated Art Bell. And so we had those shows, and it's from the college here. And it's like, things are changing. Mm-hmm. People are opening up and go, what is, was it 3-1 Atlas? I think it is 3-1 Atlas, the latest thing that's out there in space. Atlas. And I heard the latest one. It has smooth sides. It may be, organic or something like that, whatever. And it's said in this way. Everything's said this way, Joe. Really. I go, last week
unfortunately, the Enterprise is not in this quadrant. So
no.
So we have to take care of it.
But
I watched Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
Oh yeah.
Yesterday, I was
the best. That's probably the best one ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So I was scanning through. Was it Pluto TV or something like that? Oh, I love that.
Sorry. My X-Files went off. Sorry.
No worries.
Was that perfect timing?
It is perfect timing. I muted you for a second so you could answer your phone.
Okay. I will put on. That is I'll be in places and people look and I go, oh, I said, well, I have a redhead and I call her Scully. She will go.
Actually, at one point I think we had that track as your music. So I got to find it. I got to put it back on the board here. Mm-hmm. But I need to get some more guests on the show that are involved with ufology and into that stuff, because I find it fascinating personally.
There's no shortage up here of them.
Yeah, I know, and that's I was kind of hoping that you guys would be able to pull something together there for me.
No, it's pulling teeth though. There's a lot of what comes involved with it. Do I get M&M's sent? Whatever. I'm just saying, it's like you get. It's just there's a lot of opportunity
to be on my show. That's what. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm going to have Rosanna do that.
Sir.
Have Rosanna do that. She's a good salesperson, and yeah,
we got to get some ufologists on the show. Because again, I find that stuff fascinating, and I know you and I have talked about these things, and we have similar views on what these things actually are. We look at it more from a spiritual side of things. I like the term interdimensional beings, and you can call them demons or devils, whatever you like to call them, but that's my thought on that.
I got a great story because everybody talks about the moon landing being real, fake, real, fake. Late wife again. Her father was a rocket scientist for real. He went from Brooklyn area, that area. He worked for GE. Then they've transferred. This guy was, I believe, Army, Air Force, whatever. Went to Michigan Tech. There's two schools. I didn't know this. My own home state, a school called Michigan Tech, and they're like comparable to MIT. If you didn't go to MIT, you could go to Michigan Tech, where it was a lot cheaper. Same brain cells, same mindset, and same brilliance. So he went to San Jose. That's where I didn't know this. A lot of the space programming was. Mm-hmm. And for dinner, like Jim Lovell and Neil Armstrong would be over, my late wife said. But as someone who understood several different things, a guy that could do the trajectory, and he was working on the LEM, the lunar, something module, whatever it was, lunar module.
Lunar excursion module.
I seen blueprints that she had. And stuff like that. Okay. So here's a guy who's off the charts, and you know what? He was an usher in his church. He was an usher in his church. So what I got passed down to me, she would say, the whole time space continuum, like you say, there's no time and space, he would tell her. So literally everybody that dies and comes to Christ will all meet at the same time, which is, I can't wrap my head around that, but because the time stops. And another one, he said, and I don't know, I can't quote who it was, because when they first came around, when I was a kid, that was on TV, and as they came around the moon, they started seeing the Earth. They read Genesis 1.
I remember that.
Yeah. Well, what he had told her, he says, one of the guys kind of set aside, said, okay, you're a Christian, I'm a Christian, believer in Christ. The devil has reign on Earth, but we were out there, we couldn't feel him. He has no authority out there because he's thrown it. They said there was just a different feeling. I was getting at, like, I could kind of investigate this. Does he only have his dominion on Earth, or he flies around? That's kind of interesting. But they felt a tranquil sort of when he came across the moon like that and seen the planet. But I asked her, and my late wife said, yeah, she's seen an anomaly. And she goes, oh, absolutely. My dad said there's things out there that are, they can call them grays or green men, but she says interdimensional beings, principalities, invisible war. And so there's something out there. And they said that we can entertain angels. in the Bible says.
Mhm.
I'm sure false angels and fallen angels and demons, they make themselves presentable too. So how do they do it? Many different ways. And I can see these grays that people see, other grays. Well, probably something might be just fallen and something that's probably nasty and ugly. And I've read the things that people who've been like, I've been lifted up into the spaceship and probe. None of them were Christians. None of them were believers in Christ. In the interviews I see. So I'll leave that at that.
Interesting,
isn't it?
Yeah, I never paid attention to that, to be honest with you.
There was a video I watched. It was a Christian video. How everybody they interviewed, and they said later, no, I was never religious. That word, religious.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much 10 for 10. The people that were on the show.
Yeah. Now myself, I've had a couple of experiences where I've seen things that I had a hard time wrapping my brain around.
Sure.
I think we talked about it when you were up here in February on one of the shows. We had a guest. We were talking about UFOs and such. The one incident that I remember having was I was on a flight. I was on my way. I think I was on my way back from New York.
Okay.
And I don't like to sit near the windows because I am deathly afraid of heights, but I do it anyway. I try to. I'm
William Shatner around the window.
I'm good. Yeah, right. That's all I need to see. I'm done. But like I'm good once we're at level flight. I'm okay. I can handle it. But it's the whole landing, takeoff, and
right.
That gets to me. But I remember we were flying, and I was just looking out the window, and it was beautiful just looking out. It was still a sunny day. It was kind of early morning hours, and beautiful clouds, gorgeous, just absolutely beautiful. You could see for miles and not a curve anywhere in sight. I mean, straight, flat, beautiful horizon, and just very quick out of the corner of my eye, I just saw this thing. First, I thought it was another plane, and I was like, "Well, they're awfully close to be a plane," and it was moving super fast, dude. It went like right by, and I honestly think that I saw an alien craft,
right?
But I don't know. I don't know for sure. But that was like the one experience that I had, fairly recently. It was about 2-3 years ago. I've seen lights in the sky. As a matter of fact, I caught some video a couple of weeks ago. I went outside. There was just some odd cloud cover over one side of my neighborhood, and so I just went out there and I was looking, and I just see these lights just like boom, like just like behind the clouds. So I grabbed my phone. I recorded some of it, and I thought it was kind of interesting to see that, and it kind of, I don't know, like it disturbed me a little bit to see that, and I sent it to a few people, and I said, "What do you think? What do you think?" Did I send it to you? I don't know if I remember.
No, I didn't see it. No.
I don't remember if I sent it to you or not. And it was, I'll send it to you later if I still have it on my phone. I got a new phone, but it was really interesting to see that, and it disturbed me a little bit. And the reaction that I got from some folks were, "Oh, that's just like, it looks like a strobe light. It looks like somebody's like a party or an event or something like that." No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because the area that it was coming over and coming from is not like one of those types of areas that you would have. It's mostly residential, commercial area, but not that type of like warehouses. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. I just thought it was very interesting. But I don't know, brother. I think I definitely think that, well, if you go scriptural, the Bible doesn't really say anything about no life anywhere else.
Right.
The Bible talks specifically about this world. So I don't know if there is other life out in the universe. I don't personally believe that there is. I think that
I'm special. I'm the only one.
I think that we are a unique creation. I think that, and I think God did that for His particular reasons. But I think what we do see and what manifests themselves are interdimensional, demonic, spirit, the spirit world. Yeah. And Had an interesting conversation with a coworker about this a couple of days ago, talking about spirit activity, aliens, and extraterrestrial life. You got to be careful with that stuff. The Bible says you got to try the spirits,
Right.
to see whether or not they're of God. You could be in your room, you'll see this mass of something in the top corner of your room there. Well, what is that? Is that mom? Is that is
Right.
that grandma? Is that you? Yeah, I guarantee you it's not. I
Right.
guarantee you it's not. Because what does the Bible teach about when someone dies? When someone dies, it's either if they're saved, they go to heaven. If they're not, they go to hell. There is
Mhm.
nothing in between. There's no purgatory. That's
Purgatory.
Catholic doctrine that they fabricated, basically to get money out of people. To be honest,
Yeah, it's true.
because then they call them indulgences. So you would pay the priest to say a particular mass or a prayer for your loved one, and that's how they would earn money through those things and to get them out of purgatory. So the more you'd have to pay them more and more and more every time to get them out of purgatory, but you don't know if they're coming out of purgatory or not. You won't ever know. It's a money making thing. But anyway, I digress. And I'm just simplifying it. I don't need all the corrected correctorsons, messaging me and telling me, well, you didn't say this right and that right. I know. I'm just generalizing the whole thing. All right. If you want a full theological discussion on this, tune into my Sunday show.
Right.
We talk about that stuff a little bit more detailed. But so you got to be careful when you see things. You don't know what they are.
Yes.
Remember, the devil can assume a very pleasing shape. He can come as an angel of light, and it's very simple for him to, or one of his little minions there to take on that persona of somebody that that had passed, somebody very close to you, somebody that you loved and maybe had a bond with. And they do that specifically because they're trying to distract you from Jesus Christ.
Right.
So you need to be careful about those things. Well, I didn't mean to upset anybody there, but sorry. But that's scripture.
The content of what I'm doing or talking with you is it's right now I'm in the word purgatory. I'm thinking about it. I'm in between of finishing the farm, but when I get back to when it starts raining up here for 6 months, practically fires crackling, that's where I put my nose on what's going on everywhere. I have this thing, ask me anything. I'll tell you what's going on in Zimbabwe, practically. Whatever tribes are fighting. It's just right now. If you have a farm, you're very limited on what your knowledge is of what's going on out there, what's happening. Yeah, this is, we all know what's happened the last 14 days. A lot of bad things have happened, and they turned the escalator off on Trump and the UN. Just some weird things even with Trump and the UN and those type of things. But I'm only getting little glitches of it. But when I get things when the farm is packed up for the summer, then I get things more. I'll get things much more organized and finished, and then I really will get a wider. Like I said, my mind, my what I read and what I look at and what I purge. I don't need to look at. Everybody's talking about these 5-6 items here. No matter what, you go to any podcast, any YouTube, the guy's sitting in their car and they're going to tell you what's happening with the shooting or this or this or this, and they got, hey, someone was sitting behind Charlie. Now let's take a look. This stuff like that. I like I said, I grew up in the JFK area, Robert Kennedy and Martin Luther King era, and when they were assassinated, it's like it was pretty clear cut. But it's like another biblical one. It's kind of it splits hairs, and I said, what differences do you have? Like that is a salvation issue or salvation message, and there's not really anything in the Bible. Nephilim. There's guys that the Nephilim were, maybe this. There's guys that think they were big monsterish, big huge giants, and that they impregnated women. Don't know. Or angels or fallen angels impregnated the daughters of man, and et cetera, et cetera. And there's two sides of that too. There really is how it's worded, and then sons of God impregnated the daughters of man, and the Nephilim were born. But what were the Nephilim? They were men of giant. They're giant, men of renown, men of strength. Well, the flood came. So, but how did David and Goliath was 9.5 foot tall, and he has some big brothers there too. So was there some sort of strand? Don't know. Or is this fed well? But that's one of those issues there. I've been interested into it. And so I'll look at stuff like that, Joe, like what's going on out there. And the funny thing here is I would go to work every morning. I would drive by the birthplace of the UFO, what do they call it? The
phenomena.
Yeah, phenomena. The Ken Arnold plane took off at Chehalis site here, and he was the first guy to see flying saucers. But the airport's right down the road, where he took off from, out by Mount Rainier, 1947, 8, 9, and he was a local pilot here. So he coined the phrase, "I've seen flying saucers." So that was birthed right about 30 miles down, which is kind of cool. And so, and what was the other thing? In the wheat fields and cornfields, they etch stuff out. What it was called? I'm sorry, brain is dead. You could look above, like, there's
the crop circles.
Crop circles. Yeah, they were out there too. So some things are interesting. I look at them, and some things are entertaining, and some things. Bigfoot's a big thing up here. Sasquatch. I've been all over the woods for 45 years. I've seen 2 bear, but I haven't seen no Bigfoot yet. And everybody says if someone's going to get Bigfoot, it'd be me.
It would be you.
It would be. Everybody said you would get Bigfoot, and I'm going to be a billionaire after this because nobody's getting that carcass. I'm going to have big negotiations there. What's that?
You know what Shakespeare said, right? Shakespeare said, "There's more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy."
That's right, brother. Mm-hmm. And you know what? And charge you $10,000 a view for 1 minute. Here he is. Dissect if you want. No, I'm serious. And I got 2 granddaughters. I'm on the spot. I have to go get a unicorn for them because I hunt. Grandpa, would you find a unicorn? Sure. I'm still looking, girls.
I'm trying to think of how you could even fake that. You could probably
some guy did, and he killed a horse.
Oh, good.
He tried to, and he killed the horse. It was like, dude, just let it be. I'm just, in fact, the horse is the what do you call it? The animal of Scotland. Like, I don't know what we got the bald eagle. This is the unicorn.
Is it really?
And I'm last name's Rankin. It's a very Scottish name. Someone was drinking pretty heavy when they named that one. And you think about it, Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey as a national bird. Those things are
I remember reading that someplace, but I don't know how serious that was. I think that was more of a. I think that's more of a mythology around it.
Fable or something like that. Yeah. I've had turkeys, very dumb, very, very dumb animals. So.
Yeah, well, it would be appropriate,
Right now. Well, the best was the latest bumper sticker I seen. It was we came to Montana, a country founded by geniuses to be run by idiots now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people out there discouraged, and especially my age bracket, a lot of us boomers, and this is a serious subject here. Mess with retirements, people getting laid off 6 months before they're retired, their retirement funds for the companies are, we invested bad. You're gonna get a 60% return out of your retirement, and so I got a lot of people in my age bracket that are going back to work, not full time, but still 20 hours, and who wants to do that? It's like, my goodness, I have a wife that works and makes really good money, and I'm blessed on that. And she's like says. She said, I don't want Wayne to work. We got a farm. Come work at the farm, right? And when I was down with my leg for 2 weeks, she goes, oh, damn, this is a lot of work. She had time off, but she does the chickens for herself. But everything else I did, she goes, if anybody ever points their finger that he's not doing anything, I'm going to grab that ear, bring him on out, come out, chop some wood, haul some feed, get some hay, all that stuff.
Yes, and I can attest for the amount of work that you actually do on the farm because I've seen it. I've seen you do the stuff on the farm.
Right. So, so I'm in the farm mojo. Like I said, if you ask what's going on right now, no, I just turned the phone. I'm actually, I'm really seriously thinking I'm getting 12 hours of not listening to the phone. Put it aside. So me and my wife are going to work on a day, over the weekend. Is there something incredibly emergency wise? she could put the ringer or whatever thing on, if it's, but to be on it. We're going to start it. We're going to try to do 12 hours, maybe like on a Friday night from 6 o'clock to at least 6 in the morning, 9 in the morning. And then we can maybe expand it from that, just to wean ourselves from these things.
Yeah.
And,
so you're gonna do it on Rumble. I know our conversations goes all over the place. But this is normal conversation with us.
Yeah.
We just go everywhere. So you're gonna be on video. You're gonna do like YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, X, all that stuff. You're gonna do. You're gonna have an audio side, or
audio by itself, or
I'll be honest with you. Okay, you need to have an audio show. Like right now we're streaming live video, but I'm also streaming live audio at the same time. And then when the show is over, it gets published to the different podcast players and the podcast apps through my host platform. Right. And then and the reason why it's important to do that is video is great. Everybody says you need to do video. You do. That's the way things are going these days. But you don't. But you got to remember also is that not everybody can sit and watch a video.
Right.
So if you're driving, you can't really watch video. So it's good to have audio. So you should definitely consider just adding the audio element to it. You're going to have to be a little descriptive in what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's audio.
Good storyteller.
There you go. That's why I don't know, like when I do the Sunday show and I'm reading and I have the scripture verses, even though I'm putting it up on the screen. Yeah. Folks on audio can't see that, so I read it and make sure that it's articulated.
Here's one. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. One more. And I've been working on this, and we were working on this. Is doing a ham radio show. I got my ham license, and Rosanna said, why don't we get one of those home base? I'm going to build a studio down. Actually, I wanted to have a communications room. I want to get a nice home base. I got a nice handheld, and I got these. I'm on a ham radio club. This is the geek world. And when you go to their stuff, it's like you don't. Hey Joe, hey Wayne. It's hey 4734 X War. What is it? AJ 742. Okay, I'm not there yet. Okay, So we had a Christmas party, and I'm Wayne. This is Rosanna. That's all we got right now. So I got a bunch of guys out there that are more than willing, she's asked, to build an antenna for us. And they're talking, they're 2,000 miles. Some of them are even talking across the world. So we were up here in the mountains up here, and I actually want to get into the ham radio and get to that network. There's a lot of guys out there. I want to know what's going on the other side of the world for real, Especially ham guys are pretty solid guys when we're talking, from what I'm hearing. And if there's an earthquake in Afghanistan, what's happening? Or is there troops moving to the border of Pakistan and India? Can get over there in some of those areas over there. And the way these antennas work, I don't know all of it, all the technical stuff. But some of these guys got these giggly bobs. They can just shoot it up, and they can come over and it said, "Hey, I can put you a tower up or this and this." But that's a good thing about it. They're guys that are dedicated to the passion of their trade and their hobby. And some of it's not just a hobby, it's ham radio. The government cannot put the kibosh on it. It's through the stratosphere. It's not like cell phone waves. It's not like a phone line. It's not like CB. Nobody can block it.
But isn't it interesting? But just think about that, though. Isn't it interesting how they can't really do anything with ham radio? And I know that. Yeah. But yet you can't operate a ham radio without getting a license, a federal license.
Right. And I'm a general. There's a beginner one. It's called the technical. I'm now a general, which is the bands I can do are really widespread. So the other one's like the mega poobah one or something. It's not much more, and it's a lot of, like I said, I got like 8 years left on my license. I just get it renewed. But the general, I guess there's certain bands. If you're a technician, you get this band. But if you're general, it opens up a lot of bands, which I don't know all the stuff for, like VHF, HF, FM, this. But I gotta get going. Like I said, once again this winter, I want to get my ham radio going out, and that's where you don't have a screen, and that's your voice. And so I'll say, "Hey Joe, I was hearing this. But if the news is out, what's really going on? Is Pakistan gonna fire one up?" So a lot of those guys do that. So a buddy of mine was in the Navy, and his wife was having a baby, and he was in the Middle East. So he called this place. This is a ham guy. Got the place in DC or whatever in Virginia where she was at to send a message. That's pretty cool. That's stuff like that I'm interested in and to learn. Man, information and like I said, information is knowledge.
Yeah. Well, you know, I have portable ham radios. I have them for emergency purposes, and I still have to go through my licensing though, so I can actually operate them. I can use them like a scanner. Yeah, that's great. Right. But to actually operate them, I still got to go get my license done here. So we're going to work on that. All right, brother. It is 5 minutes to the hour, so we're gonna start to wrap this baby up. Gonna go through the close. You're gonna stick around with me while I do it, or are you gonna?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
But hope to see a new show. Next show, I'm gonna hopefully have it running. That's our plan.
Right. Well, Wayne Rankin, thank you. I appreciate you being here with us, my buddy. 20 plus years, my buddy. Absolutely. For 20 plus years. Yeah. So before we go, anything that you want to how is everyone going to be able to find you? Any social media, anything like that you want to give out, or you're not ready yet?
My technical advisor will be. You have like executive producer. She's my executive producer, and she's actually good at it. And she is like gonna work this out. YouTube this
CEO, CFO, COO.
Yeah. Actually, and like I said, she's going. What's the best way to get the most people? And of course, YouTube this and this, and so. But she's going to be doing her project. And we're going to send them to everybody. Tucker, whoever has a website, get her, once they see, and I don't want to disclose what I'm doing, once they see her first segment, I hope that opens some eyes because it's the perfect timing for what she wants to do. All 16 of them, I think there are 20 something. Oh, well, let's say Whoopi Goldberg wants to mess with the 24th Amendment to get rid of Trump somehow.
That was even before he was elected. So. Yeah. I don't give them much credit.
Let her roll, Joe.
All right, folks. So again, Wayne, thank you for taking the time out of your day to be here. I know you got a lot of work to do on the farm, so I appreciate it. But this is our Wednesday with Wayne segment because he's one of our executive producers, and this is what we offer to our executive producing team. They can get on the show, and they can talk about anything and everything.
It's an honor and privilege to be on this show. I want you to know that.
I appreciate
it. About it.
It's an honor and privilege to have you, sir.
Thanks.
All right. So, folks, Podhome.fm is the most modern, easy-to-use podcast hosting platform. Been using it for years now. Use it to publish your episodes, enhance your audio, automatically generate transcripts, chapters, titles, show notes, and more. And you can even podcast live. And, hey, look, you know what? If you don't have a website, they'll even provide a website to you. They'll help you set the whole thing up, and they'll control the whole thing. Well, not control it, but they'll update it for you as it goes through. All right. So you can do all of that plus so much more for a affordable monthly subscription of $15.99 a month. Just $15.99 a month. Now, if you sign up today, you get 30 days free, and then the $15.99 a month. Now, I've been using them for years. I've used other platforms. All right, this isn't in my notes here, but I've used other platforms. You are easily going to spend 3 times as much for other platforms to get what you're getting with Podhome for $15.99 a month. So check them out. Podhome.fm. Podhome.fm. It really does feel like you have a whole team working with you with all the advanced features that Podhome offers. So check them out. $15.99 a month. Podhome.fm. 30 days free at sign up. Also, don't forget, head over to our website, joerooz.com. Sign up for the programming announcements email list. All right. Look, we're not going to spam you. We're not going to send you a bunch of stuff you're not interested in. I'm not going to try to pitch anything to you, sell you anything. All we're going to do is send you information about upcoming shows. That's it. All right. So all your information is safe. It's secure. It's locked up here with us. And on top of that, it's free, which doesn't cost you anything. So sign up for the email list. It's really the best way for us to keep in touch with everybody during the course of the week and upcoming shows, because I am horrible with social media. So we all know that. All right. So head over to the website, sign up for it, and stay in the know. That's the important thing. All right. Also, don't forget to check us out on our socials. We call it Twitter, X, we call it Twix here. So Twix at Joe Rooz, Truth Social at Joe Rooz, Minds, TikTok, Getter, all at Joe Rooz, and then not Joe Rooz for Instagram and Joe Rooz Show for Facebook. All right. And then our shout outs to our producing team, executive producers, Wayne Rankin, Rosanna Rankin, Carolina Jimenez, Marisa Lee, and our producer, Anonymous Angela. Thank you guys so much for all that you guys do. Really appreciate it. Now, folks, these people, they donate their time, their talent, or their treasure, and some donate all 3. And we really appreciate that. It helps keep this show going. It helps keep us moving along here. So if you want to help us out like that, you can, and you have the means to do it. Don't put yourself in debt for it. But if you have the means to do it, head over to the website, go to the support page, and and sign up as an associate producer for $17.76 a month. A producer is $18.36 a month. Executive producer is $25 and up each month. All right. You get all the shout outs like you just heard. You get included in all the show notes, emails, anything that goes out from the show, all has your name on it as a producer, executive producer, or associate producer, depending on which level you sign up for. All right. Now, executive producers do get an additional benefit, and they get to come on the show with us, just like Wayne is doing tonight. You get to come on the show, talk about whatever, anything, everything that they want to talk about. It's all open up to them. All right. So come on, sign up. If you can, if you have the means to do it, we would appreciate that. It helps us keep this whole mess here going. If you want to help us out with donating cryptos, you can do that also. All our crypto wallet information is up there as well. I'm not going to run through the whole gamut of them, but just check it out for yourself. Take a look. All right. And of course, as always, I want to say thank you to the folks that are listening on the modern podcast apps and streaming sats to us. All right. What are sats? Sats are just a micropayment of Bitcoin. They're called Satoshis. All right. And you can easily do that. You hook up your crypto wallet to the app like Fountain.fm or Podcast Guru or the myriad others. And you can actively live stream sats to us. And we appreciate that. We really do. Now, sats are just like pennies, really. But hey, you know what? We appreciate that. We appreciate the thought and the effort that goes into it. So to get the modern podcast apps, go to modernpodcastapps.com or podcastindex.org. All right. And check them out. They're great. They're all free and they're fantastic. I love them. They're wonderful stuff. All right, folks. I think that should just about do it for us for today. So we're going to say goodbye here. Thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight. Wayne, thank you. Appreciate you being here. And folks, don't forget, make Texas independent again. Go podcasting, keep a steady stride, and more importantly, keep talking. Yep. Good night, folks. Take care. We'll see you Friday.
Happy trails to